All right, good morning, everyone. Welcome to McBoss Capital live stream here. My name is Michael Chu. Right now it's almost 9 a.m., 2 minutes to 9 a.m. Mountain Time, um, almost 11 a.m. Eastern Time. Let's take a quick look at the market at the top here. Investors.com, Nasdaq is up 0.3%, Dow is down 0.3, so a little bit of a divergence happening there, and S&P is up 0.1%. Volume is at this point is higher than Friday, which is 4% up on Nasdaq, 6% up on NYSE. Whenever volume is higher, I always pay more attention to the market in general because I don't want to see distribution days. So meaning if the market closed weaker today and in the red, most likely it could have a distribution day. Otherwise, it'll just be a normal day, and if it closed green and no distribution day, that's a good sign. And but yeah, we'll see how this goes. But we have a strong opening at least for Nasdaq. Let's take a look at the news here. So this morning was huge deal between AMD and OpenAI was announced that they're taking I think a 10% stake or something from OpenAI into AMD. So AMD I think it pretty much moved up significantly. Yes, you can see here it's up 28%. So that's a huge big move coming out of this base here. And it's not easy one to trade. You can see Thursday it tries to come out. It did, but then on Friday it pulled back significantly. So some people could, even if they got in on Thursday, might have been shaken out on Friday. But anyhow, if you didn't get shaken out, this is a huge gain today. And but you can see people are taking profit even at this level because it's now much lower at the bottom range, right? All right. So let me see what other news here we have. Palantir is rebounding slightly from Friday's big drop. So here we are, big drop on Friday after that news about some security within one of their, I don't know, project or something. I'm not sure directly the details. But in terms of today, it is bouncing back above the 10-day slightly, and it's a huge gap up from Friday's low. Um, so the question is this gonna close strong? And again, usually when it comes above the 10-day, I like to see that it has, it make a very decisive move. Right now, it's kind of iffy, right? Because it gaps up from the bottom, but it's just kind of near the 10-day, right? Like it's not way above it, and so we'll see. We'll see what happens here, and then we'll take a quick look at Nvidia. Nvidia, again, I don't know if it react to AMD's news negatively, but it is down today, minus 1.5%. So I don't want to look forward too far because I don't know the future and no one knows. But I don't like so far how it breaks out and then now it's pulling back to 10-day. Now, it's okay to pull back. Most stocks do pull back to their 10-day after breaking out, but we need to make sure it does bounce though. If it doesn't bounce, um, and usually it should bounce pretty fast. But yeah, we'll see how this goes. So a little bit, worried that again, I use the word bull trap lately a lot. Because Palantir was, didn't work, right? And now, I don't want to see that Nvidia doesn't work because then that would be two really high end AI stocks that a lot of people are following and investing and trading, and they both didn't work. That would be really bad. So just watch for these two stocks because they're the AI, leader, and also the AI is really what's driving Nasdaq right now. I don't see anything else driving Nasdaq. So if this story dies, then if this is the top for these two stocks, then we all know what's going to come next. So anyhow, so I just want to talk about that briefly because the AI is still hot right now, at least being talked about. whether the stock actually performed, that's the thing you want to watch. Okay. Um, I'm just trying to see if there's any news here. So, there's a few stocks that are kind of starting to top, right? Like app loving. Look at this today. What is it doing? Why is it going down when the market is up today? So this one has already pulled back recently, and today it didn't find any support. It just crashed to the 10-day. Um, so again, I'm just seeing one by one growth stocks are topping, and that's always a bad sign. So I'm just bringing this up because that's what I'm seeing. So yeah. Anyhow, let's keep going here. Tesla, and this is very similar story to Palantir. It kind of topped last week and then had a follow through down day, very sharp. And today, just like Palantir, is trying to bounce back. Um, Again, I don't know if this is gonna work or not, this bounce back. But that's why you have to watch very close because right now it looks pretty good. Right now it looks like it's very decisively above the 10-day. So right now it looks good. But if by the end of the day it can close strong, again, that'll be really bad. So it's normal for a stock to fall like very sharply in 2 3 days and then bounce back, right, to near the halfway mark. It's very normal. If I go intraday chart, it'll probably be more obvious here. So here's the top from last week, and then now we are just around the middle point here. It's very normal for it to bounce back around halfway point. So where it's going to close today, whether it's going to close down or whether it's going to just close even a little bit higher here, that will be better. We'll see. Um, let's take a quick look at FFTY because that represents the top 50 growth stock. So we do have a gap up this morning because some tech stocks are doing well from the AMD news. So this is bouncing back. Um, yeah, this is bouncing back. So it's looking very sharp, making new high here. So at least for now, the top 50 are showing strength, right? Because we make new high this morning. So that looks pretty good. And that's what's tricky about this market. As I say nothing about the top 50 because the top 50 are still working, and that's why on my weekend video I said 1/3 of the growth stocks are still in a strong uptrend. But again, not a lot of stocks, but there's stocks, right? So when we talk about the IBD 50, of course, in the top 50, they're still doing well mostly. SanM, help, and Astor Lab and Credo, they were jumping this morning after AMD's news, right? So SanM had a huge jump here because they're very tight. And I think recently I was trying to read about it, like there's some partnership with AMD, so this will help them significantly. But again, this one is not trading at the high no more. It's more people are taking profit as we speak here. So maybe you'll find support, right? We'll see. A Lab also gap up, right? Again, finding support this morning. I think today's intraday low, just based on what I just saw, both stocks so far, like make a new low at the open and then it kind of come back down. So if we can hold this low, that would be really good for both of this and for I think in general for many growth stocks today. But if we can hold that, that would be a potential like sell on the news style scenario. So here's Credo, and this is something that's already looking very bad. Um, it just have no power. Like it just can't come up above the 10-day. It comes up and then it get knocked back down. And today, look at this. This is a very ugly chart. Like yeah, I wouldn't even go. Like it happened 2 days in a row, right? And but this is the third day that it tries to come above 10-day, and on positive news in the marketplace, and it still couldn't come up. So I saw one stock that kind of giving up, right? MGI, this is it's just starting to give up. Look how fast it deteriorate right here. So that's what happened when growth stocks start to fall below the 10-day. and get rejected there, they can start to fall really fast after that. So even though some of these stocks are still holding, but if they fall, they can fall really fast. So I just want to talk about that as well. Um, I mean, let's look at quickly the other chip stock. Look at Broadcom is not moving. Just like Nvidia is not moving today. TSM, this one is still going. Yeah, so this one is definitely a strong move chart and has been a leader. Um, Micron, MU, this one is still going. Yeah, but let's look at other ones in the group. So XTX, you know, it's 3 days down now. After a really strong day, so I wouldn't write this off yet. Because it's still way above the 10-day. But I just don't like how it's acting negatively again on a good day like today. So it's showing some divergence here. WDC, same thing, right? So there's a little bit of a, again, divergence here happening as well. Okay, so this is a news came out this morning. Paul Jones talking about most likely there'll be a blow off top, which is basically saying this is rhyme very similar to 1999. Um, and then he talked about this AI circular vendor financing deals are making noise. I'm not sure what that means. We can research into it, but anyhow, he's just saying the current environment is very similar to back then. Bitcoin make big news this weekend. Jumping to 125,000 for first time. So a lot of the cryptos related stocks are bouncing as well. If you're into that, and let's see what other names moving here. Um, critical metals, water 40% on rare earth investment potentially. Um, by the government now. Okay, I think we're back. There's some disconnection. Let me just double check. Yeah, okay, it's back now. Let's look at the index right now. QQQ making new high this morning. 5-minute chart. See what it's doing right now. So we did make a slightly lower low just half an hour ago, but we have bounced back since. So we are still kind of trading at the bottom middle ground right now. So it's okay, but we have been trading mostly at the bottom range today. So we'll see how this plays out, whether we can pass this middle high here, or whether we just come back down. So I have no idea what's going to happen, but I'm just pointing out what we should be looking for. And looking at SPY, this one didn't make new high, so that is a little bit concerning. Um, and then we go to the 5-minute chart here. We are trading very tight, and we are trading now in the upper range, so that is good in that sense. Then we go to Dow. Dow is weak right now. I'm not sure exactly why Dow is weaker today. I didn't see anything. It did bounce here from the 10-day this morning, so that looks good from the daily chart perspective. And going back to the 5-minute chart, we are kind of a little bit just above the middle ground. So again, we'll see how this play out during the day, whether it can go back up or come back down. And then we have Russell here trading near the day's high, um, possibly already breaking last Friday's high as well. So that this one looks good. So Dow and Russell tend to move together. So they're both bouncing right now. So and Russell is making new high. So that is good news for Russell. Okay, so that's that. Let's take a look at stocks on the move quickly here. So again, we talked most already about some of these stocks: AMD, MU, TSM, um, PNG is also there. It's not on my list, but it's there. ALAB, talk about most of those. Shopify, PGY, Dell, CCJ, Credo. We talk about. So the other thing that's happening here, you see lots of metal mining ores and gold and silver stocks here. Algo, Eero, DRD, Barrick Mining. We talked about Palantir already. Pass, Silver, AM MST, EVR, AEM. So yeah, some gold stocks here. Um, Glow, Corning. Let's take a quick look at that one. This is Apple Sapphire, still doing really well. Um, they seem to rhyme pretty well with the Apple stock right now. Uh, of course, it looked better on Corning than Apple, but Apple is getting close to previous high. So I think they rhyme pretty well in terms of what's happening to Corning. Um, yeah, so let me jump to the gold stocks because that's one area we haven't talked about. It's just really strong. I don't know why gold is this strong, but it might have something to do with the debt and all that stuff. And but anyhow, this is a really strong, powerful breakout from here, long base, and then it really just have taken off. Now, like even today, we're seeing some, little bit like extended from the upper channel line. So maybe it is starting to accelerate right now for the gold price. I don't know, but it's showing that on the chart, right? So, but anyhow, let's go to the gold stock AEM making new highs here. Um, there's just so many. We'll go through some of them. I think so. What I'm looking for is making sure. So this one didn't make new high yet. So this one's lagging a little bit compared to the gold price. AU, this one is doing really well. Um, Barrick, this one's lagging a little bit, but it is bouncing as well. So most of them are bouncing, but it's just a matter of whether they're making high. So CDE is making new high. Um, keep going here. ERO, this one's making new high. GFI, so that one's copper ERO. GFI here. Um, also kind of making a new closing high here. Close here. Uh, and this is a very strong group right now. HL making new high. MUX making new high. You see, like stocks like this one is really extended too, right? So it's like, um, it's getting into a little bit of a danger zone because usually they pull back when they got extended. PAS silver also doing well as well, I think. Yeah, so making new highs as well. This silver ETF here. Um, Rand gold. This is making new highs, so that looks good. We have SVM, this is silver, making new highs, so that looks good. And then we have SGML, which is lithium, and that area also been moving. Um, Again, all these commodities are just moving. So this is right here, like it follow the LAC investment news. So this one is still looking. It's a little bit down to me, but follow that news. And then I think I don't trade like uranium, but CCJ is one that a lot of people um, talk about. It's starting to move here as well. I don't know if this is the leader. I don't have any uranium stock, but that area is also moving. In terms of other area, there's bullish, EBC, FCFS, all this in the financial area moving a little bit today. Again, financial hasn't been the strongest. SII here, SoFi, like they're trying to bounce, but again, I don't know if they trust the bounce. Health, a little bit of movement from Prime and TARS here. Industrial, we're seeing again aerospace defense stock FTI, KTOS, and then we see MOD. We talk about SAMM, STRL, SIM, BRT doing really well right now. BRT again follow the AI story, um, making potential closing high here. And then we talk about Tesla, and then yeah, I think most of this CN is still going. Um, Yeah, I think so. So yeah, a couple of stocks I think we want to watch closely for the AI story if this will continue or not is Palantir, which is kind of falling back to this 10-day moving average from the top here, and then we have Nvidia um, trying to bounce back now slightly. So again, it's just not the move that I want to see in these two stocks. Um, and then we'll look at QQQ. Yeah, we're still kind of trading near the middle ground, and it just hasn't come back yet. So that's a little bit concerning. SPY, this one is starting to move up, so this is good. And then I think Dow and IWM are also trying to move back up. So yeah, so we'll see. So IWM is definitely leading to the charge today. So thank you all for watching. Have a very good day.